Hello. What's up, replay viewers? Alexis. Hey, guys. Whoa! Flood coming in the room. What's up, guys? How's it going? Double dose of whey in one day. What's up, Mark? Hello, BMS. Garrett. Alexis. Beetle, thank you for inviting. Gridbook, thank you for inviting. Thank you for the hearts, those of you who are swiping right and saying, follow, guys. Check it out, followers. Check it out, Twitter. Beetle, HTH's Drumline. The Gridbook, Adam Perry, HTH's. Man, I am feeling some serious love right now, guys. So here's the deal. Today, I am feeling some serious inspiration here, guys. I don't know how your Wednesday has gone so far. Thanks, Mark, I appreciate it. But check this out, guys, look at this. Drummer Co. UK, Rods 96, Daniel Pardina, Keebs 53, Sharky Ruiz, Alexis, I don't know how you pronounce XIS, and HTHS Drummer, Drumline, didn't write that in there, HTHS Drumline. Dude, hello. 朋友好，我的名字是潘辉元，我住在 LA。 Dude, guys, what's up, Connor? Guys, look at all these people have been doing hashtag Huei 5 for 5. What's that list? These are the people who have done Huei 5 for 5 today. I haven't seen Dylan's name on the list yet, but I imagine he's going to do it a little bit later today because he did yesterday. But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scopes total with this Huei 5 for 5. And this is what's happening right now, guys. Like, initially I issued this challenge. I was like, oh, this will be fun. We'll just practice together and we'll do this thing. But now I'm seeing these scopes and people are inspiring me to practice. Like, I'm feeling the urge and the love to go practice. Alex was the real deal. Yeah, seriously. That guy gets up. Guys, if you're not following Keebs 53, Alex Hines, you need to check that guy out. Make sure you follow his account, okay? So if you're just joining the party right now and you don't know what's going on, first off, you see all this love floating through the hearts over here. These are people who know what's up. No, these are guys who are supporting this Huei 5 for 5 challenge, which looks like this. We're hashtagging it Huei 5 for 5. Basically, you choose one of these 5 Periscope lessons that I've done. All these handouts can be found at hueyuanpan.com/periscope. It's also the latest blog post on my website, hueyuanpan.com. You can find it on there. But there are 5 lessons that I've done on Periscope so far. Thank you those of you who are inviting followers right now. And you can download these PDFs, and they're free. Just download them, and the whole point of this is to, 1, build a percussion community, because I know a lot of us are sitting there watching from behind the phone in Periscope, and you see a lot of cool stuff and you're participating, but I want to participate and get you guys who are watching to know, to join in the Periscope fun. What's up, LBG? What's this? We're sharing a hashtag challenge that's going on right now, which is if you're a drummer, you should be doing. Now, one thing that I really has inspired me about doing this challenge is a lot of people have Periscoped for the first time this week. And, you see guys like us who are doing it every week, but it does take a little bit of getting out of your comfort zone to get on Periscope, and all of a sudden you're playing live in front of people, and people are sitting there judging you as you practice, right? And what I want to tell everyone who feels nervous about doing this is no one is expecting to see you drum perfect for 5 minutes, right? Yeah, awkward, right? But what you're doing is you're showing the struggle that takes place, right? I don't know how many of you guys watch Drumeo, but you see guys like Benny Greb or Anika Niles go on there and play, and they're amazing, right? But what you don't see are the hours and hours of shedding that they're doing to get to that point. And what I'm saying is, like, look, nobody's perfect. Let's just practice and get it in front of each other and do it. And then all of a sudden you get on, you see some hearts floating, it encourages you. Someone else sees you practice, it makes them want to practice. It's all about building percussion community, guys. So those of you who have already joined in, awesome. Kudos to you, and thank you for inspiring me to jump in as well. If you haven't jumped in on the challenge, all the details are on my website, but today is the last day for you to jump in because the challenge is for 5 days, 5 minutes for 5 days. So today is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 p.m. Central. No, I always say that wrong. 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific. is the next Periscope lesson that I'm giving. So you want to knock out these 5 lessons, start tonight. You still got some daylight out right now, or find a room and just pound out 5 minutes of practice. All you got to do is 5, guys. Ooh, reception. Oh no. Okay, it's coming back. Is this coming back in? Login, grid book. I don't know if this is coming through. Okay, I see some hearts coming back. Okay, we're back. Awesome, okay. I think I see some hearts coming through. Okay, there are the comments. Okay, great. Thanks, guys. So, I don't know how this is going to go yet. I'm going to try something new. I noticed the other day when I was playing into the camera that my left hand was starting to slice just a little bit, right? And this is one of those things that you just need to do some maintenance every once in a while, because if you're not careful, your hand starts doing this as you play. I mean, guys, how many of you have seen this happen before? Like when you're playing, next thing you know, your hand starts going like this, right? And if you don't catch that soon enough, then it gets worse and worse and it gets harder to correct, right? So in that lesson, if you haven't seen this lesson yet, this is lesson number 4. We talk about just playing with this part, and you're checking your rotation and making sure your hand is turning like this. Now, what you guys don't see is there's a mirror over here, right? And I'm using that mirror as my guide. And notice that I've set it up so that you guys can see how I would do this if I was you. You point your stick into the mirror. So, I mean, don't do this, because you can't tell if you're slicing or not, right? You want to go this way, okay? So, I'm going to try something here in just a second and practice my left hand for 5 minutes. And I'm looking at my notes here. So the things that I'm looking at are imitation. Okay, well, I'm imitating myself here because it's just me. Rotation mechanics. Okay, so make sure that my rotation's good. Finger. Mirror stroke. What that means is I'm just using a mirror to check the slice of my stroke. Teaching tip. My teaching tip was, teachers, if you already know how to play the left hand, and if you want to remember what it feels like to be a student who doesn't know how to do it, just use your right hand, and it'll humble you real quick, unless your name's Tyler Dempsey. Bead placement, put your beads in the center of the drum, sound quality, slicing, and finger control. Okay, so I'm going to work on my left hand for 5 minutes, but first I just want to check in with you guys. How are we doing today? Thursday? Everyone feeling good? Have you guys said hello to each other yet? Why don't we share where we're watching from? I know we've got some Clearwater, Florida happening in the room. I know we've got some Dallas, Texas. Thanks. This is just the lobby of my downstairs of my building. My daughter's taking a nap right now. Guys, today was my daughter's, I'll tell you in a second, Houston, Atlanta, Columbus, Utah, Austin, over the hump day, New Jersey, Walled Lake, Michigan, Houston, Rome, Georgia, UK, Drummer Co. UK. Do you mind sharing your first name, Drummer Co. UK? North Carolina, Lakewood, California, just so that we can get to know you better. The garage. Bradley, I want to come see your garage so bad. The photos look awesome. But we've got to set it up where I come visit at some point. Oh no, did it cut out? Did it cut out? Trap House? Okay. Gary, my man Gary, awesome. Nice to meet you, Gary. Today was my my daughter's 6-month checkup. I'm gonna pop a cough drop real quick. 6 months, guys. I mean, this is real life. 6 months. Hi, how's it going? We meet again. What's that? I am practicing some music, so how are you? What's going on?
What kind of music?
Oh, just a little drumming, you know. Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. Well, let me know if they ever want to jam. See you later. Where was I? Oh, daughter's 6-month doctor appointment happened today. Shots freaked me out as a dad. Is she having a quinceañera? No, she's only 6 months. These interactions are the best. Thanks, Mark. 6 months, and all right, so I get this. For your 6-month checkup, you get 3 shots hepatitis, tuberculosis, I'm making up the third one, and they also decided to give her her flu shot this time. So today, baby girl got 4 shots, and it was like, you know, you're sitting there and it's like, oh. The nurse was amazing, because she was like, she had the 4. I always have this fascination with people who are able to work quickly, you know, and you see them moving fast. Have you seen those videos online of guys who are like really fast at bagging things, or guys who can make pizzas really fast? Anything that is dexterous and it shows skill, but you do it very quickly. The nurse today had the 4 syringes like this, and literally she was like, okay, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Band-aid, 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 band-aid. 2 on the left, 2 on the right thigh. In literally less than 10 seconds, she gave 4 shots and had 4 Band-Aids on. And I was sitting there watching, I was like, what just happened? How did she do that? It was amazing. Really impressive. But as a result, she got home, and you know, like when you get vaccinations, yeah, when she gets home, you know, when you get vaccinations, you can feel a little run down. Today, she just did not feel good. Usually, she's a very happy baby. And today she's just kind of out of it. And so we gave her a bath earlier, and she calmed down. And mom came home, and of course mom makes everything feel better. So she's taking a nap right now, which is why I'm down here, so as not to disturb her. Okay, less talking, more drumming. And here's my experiment for today. Mark, you're gonna like this. Okay, so my friend Mark has recommended a group to me. It's SoundCloud. I don't know if this is a band or like a DJ duo. Mark, I haven't read up these guys. But it's called Abysmal Lounge. If you're looking for some tunes to do some work to in the background, check them out on SoundCloud. Abysmal Lounge. So in the middle of the track is a section I thought might work well, and I'm going to practice along to some music. Now, here's your teaching tip of the day. Most of the guys that I've seen who practice on Periscope, you see people who are working, and what I want to credit to the people who I've seen do the Huei 5-for-5 so far is you see people who come on and they start calling stuff. Like Dylan was great about this. He was practicing, I think, timing, and then someone was like, can you play cheese inverts or cheese to cheddar does? And he didn't get distracted. He was like, you know, I'm not really working on that right now. I'm working on my timing. And then the next most popular request you always see people do is like, can you play something fast? Can you freestyle? Can you do something flashy? You're like, look, I'm practicing. And remember what Devin said is you don't practice when you perform, and you don't perform when you practice, right? So, focus practice time. Exactly. You cannot, you know what I mean, like, say that to yourself 20 times. Focus practice time. So, one thing that I will encourage, like, being able to freestyle over music actually is a very important skill. The first time I saw someone do that was Plo, who was my snare tech when I was marching Phantom. He was the INE champion for snare in, I want to say 98. He was the center for regiment in 98. And I remember someone turned on some tunes and he just started jamming. I was like, how do you just play stuff to music? And that was like the coolest thing I saw. So that actually is a skill that you can work on. But what I want to show you guys today is how you can actually use music as your metronome, but still do focused practice. Okay, so I'm going to work on my left hand. Music is coming on. I think my neighbor's going to walk in a second. Both my neighbors are going to walk in here in a second. So we might have a little chat again, but the music's going to come on, and I'm going to work on my left hand for a few minutes. Feel free to keep tapping hearts. On the phone, you can jam with me. Feel free to play on your pad. Actually, I'm going to talk to my neighbors real fast because I think they're coming in right now. And then once they've come in, then I'll start. Apartment or hotel. It's a condo building. Gentleman mode. That's right. Gentlemen. Maybe they're going. I don't know what's happening right now. How are you guys doing today? How many of you guys caught me and Carl's lunch this afternoon? He's such a funny guy. I love hanging out with Carl. Such a nice guy. If you guys haven't followed Carl yet, at Carl Drum Tech, check him out. Good. Got show beats today. Boom. HCHS. Boom. Alexis. Boom. Alexis, I saw your Huei 5-for-5. I hadn't a chance to watch it yet, but I'll catch it back here. Like, kick him out of the lobby. Don't you know we're drumming over here? Okay, I think they're cavorting outside, so I'm going to just get started here. Okay, here we go. Oh, by the way, Alexis, your scope during band class, as a teacher, I can't condone that, but it was also hilarious. But I was just waiting for you guys to get busted by the conductor. Probably shouldn't do that in the future, but it was still pretty funny. Show beats already? Okay. All right, here we go, guys. Is this angle okay? So imagine that you're the mirror. What I'm working on is getting rid of this, especially when I start playing doubles. I noticed myself slicing a little bit the other day, so it's okay, man. I was doing the same thing when I was in high school. Yeah, man, Texas does it big. Okay, here we go. Do you guys watch any of the Casey Neistat vlogs where he's literally always dropping his camera? All right, here we go. See you later. I do. Yeah.
Composing in your mind
now? Usually I get an idea, maybe I'll sit down behind the piano, and I'll play, and I'll write some sketches, and then I'll get behind the piano and actually punch it in the computer to print it out. I actually wrote a piece for Naomi right before she was born. That's the most recent piece that I've written, so yeah, it'll be good. Bye. Have a good night. Hey Dana, how's it going? Whoa. So that was like 10 minutes. I know, Mark. I'm totally digging this jam. I haven't even listened to it all the way through yet because it's so awesome, and I usually rewind and I go back and listen to it again. Fuego. Thank you. So, guys, what you probably noticed is I see the stroke getting better when I play singles, but when I go to axe and tap, there's still a little bit of the outward slice, and that's something that doesn't get fixed in one practice session. I need to do this a little bit every day. So I might actually tag this onto my 5 for 5 personally. I need to do a few more minutes of this every day just to make sure that the slice is not affecting. Why is this important? Because when you go faster later, if you're slicing out to the side, it's going to affect your speed, and you're not going to be able to play as fast as you would be able to if you were going straight up and down as you were playing. So, yeah. So I missed most of the comments. Pizza? Does that mean you're hungry, Mark? This pizza? You lost me, man. You guys have any questions for me? That's kind of my time. I want to respect your time and not keep you guys longer. Oh, I got to keep up. Nice. The Bucks. So yeah, guys. Hopefully this gave you some ideas of how you can practice. Dude, I have so many. Okay, I have a question for you. Someone wrote like Huei is and then they wrote 3 keys, like 3 key emojis. What did that mean? I missed it in one of the scopes. 3 key symbols. How does the ring finger go while playing traditional? Well, does your thumb and middle finger? Oh, the key to success. I've never gotten that. I need a. That's why we're friends, Mark. So you can help translate for me. Okay, in bucks, ring finger. The way that I do my ring finger is I rest it on the cuticle of my finger like this. Wow, that Sanford double beat is tricky to work out. I mean, middle. The middle finger, mine sits on top of the stick. Although you see lots of guys who play with it off the stick. When someone puts a key, that means they're key or on point. Got it. Thank you. Tomorrow's project. Excellent. So my middle finger goes on top, and I do use it when I'm playing, especially like axe and tap. Having this on top, I mean, really it's your wrist just not turning back up that keeps the stick down. But I feel like when you've got that extra digit on top, it just helps with a little bit more leverage. Whether you're playing traditional grip or a match grip? Well, there really isn't one. If you go on to the PASIC website, pas.org, there's a great history of rudimental drumming article, which talks about how traditionally, if you guys have seen grid book series, if you're not following the grid book, I mean, you need to get with it. I can't believe if you're in this room if you're not following the grid book at this point. But you notice that when Mark plays, his drum is slanted, and that's actually what traditional drums were. Rope drums, when they used to march into the battlefields, and they would use drum commands to signal the military, like whether it's attack or retreat. And the drums were slanted, so as a result, the traditional grip was invented to play with the angle. Right? Nowadays, it's just for aesthetic and tradition. Even though we have our drums flat because we have modern carriers, that's why we have traditional grip. But it's really just to honor the tradition of rudimental drumming. There's no reason. Drum set, there's different reasons why you might do it for drum set, but that's that part. Okay. Any other quick questions that I can answer for you guys? Brett, John Wooten. Cool. Good talk. All right, guys. It's better. It's not perfect. I still need to work on it. What's your favorite show to play? Double beat demo one day? Yes. How do you do the 5 for 5? Great question, Jacob. Today's the last day to jump in, but it's definitely not too late. Go to my website, Huei-Yuan.com. The first blog post you see, which is hashtag Huei5for5, has all the instructions. Just make sure that I'm following you so I see them, and then hashtag it Huei5for5 so that I can kind of find them and collate them all together. If you start tonight, I'm going to give everyone who's doing it a shout out tomorrow on Instagram. So, not too late to start, guys. There's still many hours left tonight. And you can do one per day with one sheet. Hey. The double beat exercise, Drummer Co. UK. Yes, definitely. Let me do that for you in another scope. I'll write it down so I can remember. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for checking out hashtag Huei5for5. If you haven't had a chance to share this yet, share this with your friends. Better yet, get a buddy. Alexis did a great job. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Alexis did this with a buddy the other day. Grab another one of your friends. This is all about spreading percussion community and encouraging each other to practice. I want to say thanks to all the guys who did it today. Is the ring finger always in contact with the stick no matter the speed? Alexis is hot. It's really a preference thing. And here's the short answer. When I was marching, I was obsessed with trying to keep everything intact like this, no matter what I was playing. My ring fingers were always on the stick, and I would refer to it as contact without pressure. As I play now, I notice that this gets looser for me, but it's still contact without pressure. It's a little looser now than it was when I marched, but I still try to maintain a constant amount of mass on the stick, because otherwise your sound changes. What I would recommend is you see guys who do this. I know, we are, Mark. You know, it's like between you, John, and me, like we have everything covered. We can go literally anywhere in the world. Contact without pressure. You want the same amount of mass on the stick so that you get the same sound all the time. Beard apart. Oh, just watch me. If I didn't shave for 3 days, my beard would look like Mark's. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks for jumping in on this Wednesday evening. Thank you very much. Can't take credit for my wife. Bought it for me as a gift. I'll let her know that you liked it, though. Kilbread. Who's Kilbread? View profile. Good book. Eduardo. Nice to meet you, Eduardo. My pressure around my stick is always... The stick always hits the ring finger. Thanks, Bradley. Appreciate it, Eduardo. Yeah, if you keep the ring finger on the stick, it's a constant connection. It just, gives you more control, especially as you're moving from accent to tap and different time, speed changes, etc. Just try to keep it the same. Can I do them all like right now? No, one per day. Why? Because consistent practice. You're welcome. Glidzma. I need to look this up. Marlin. Cool, Marlin. But you have to stay relaxed. Yeah. So the question is, can you do all 5 of them in one day? If I said, hey, you have 60 minutes to practice, Sunday, the next lesson is Sunday, 5 p.m. Pacific time or 7 p.m. Central. If I said, hey, you have 1 hour to practice, would you practice for 10 minutes over 6 days, or would you practice for 1 day for 60 minutes? Well, it depends on what you're practicing, right? But what we're trying to encourage is consistent, regular practice, even if it's for a short amount of time, as opposed to like, oh my God, I have a lesson tomorrow. The show is tomorrow. Cram everything now, which is usually what most students do. And a lot of professional players, you get called for a gig or you haven't finished learning for your jury. The key really is a little bit of every day. And it's been good for me too. And what I was going to say earlier before I got cut off, which is I wanted to thank the guys who've done the challenge so far today. You inspired me to get behind the pad and spend a little time working on it. And I've got to say that I've really enjoyed issuing this challenge from the teacher's perspective, because I can't remember if we talked about this over lunch or something, but like drumming just feels good. Getting to practice for yourself, and it's not because you're teaching a lesson, or as much as I love teaching, but just getting to play the drums and work on something, and you see an immediate payoff in your effort. It's fun. So, yeah, thank you for inspiring me to keep practicing. Oh, so it's next Sunday. So Jacob, every Sunday I do a lesson 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Pacific time on Periscope, and I choose a topic and I do a lesson, and then immediately after that, Gridbook does their lesson. So it's 2 hours of drum fun. We're calling it Sunday Drum Day now. Actually, I just started calling it, but I don't know if it really is. Let's call it Sunday Drum Day from now on. Oh, now I get it. I love it when my students do that. It's like, hey, blah, 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 blah. Oh, now I understand. You know, I'm just teasing, right, Jacob? All right, guys. Outgoing Hearts, thank you very much. Have a great Wednesday evening to everybody. Be well. Thanks for jumping in. And if you haven't done the Huei 5 for 5, it's not too late. It just takes 5 minutes. Don't forget to hashtag it so I can see it. Sunday Drum Day on the Percussion Network. All right, man. Thanks, Jacob. You too, bud. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.